And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starters for tonight's game. First, for visiting Retrievers of UMBC. The middle blocker is a 6-foot sophomore from Milan, Italy, number 3, Michaela DeMarzi. The setter is a 5'10 freshman from Ankara, Turkey, number 4, Cyrene Madon. The outside hitter is a 6'2 sophomore from Zagreb, Croatia, number 5, Mia Bilucic. The outside hitter is a 5'10 senior from Newcastle, Delaware, number 14, Kamini Conte. The opposite hitter is a 6'2 senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, number 17, Emily Ferketic. The middle blocker is a 6-foot sophomore from Vidin, Bulgaria, number 18, Miwa Ilieva. And the libero is a 5'10 junior from Mililani, Hawaii, number 7, Asia Miller. UMB assistant coaches are Jamie Kosorek, Alexis Jordan, and Matt Eastman. The head coach of the UMBC Retrievers is Casey Kreider.
You'll take that. Don't wreck. Head banging in the Tesla, that's breakneck. On the road, up pretty fat women and fat checks. Attention. Last test. Is it true that you ain't with Taz? Yes. Turn up the bass now, go. I need the whole earth to hear my flow. Yeah. Act like you know. 1, 2, 3, we been here before. I will get so dark. That gun when you get too small. Getting high in it and pour. Contact high for my that's gone. Rain. So I need change, break the change. Feeling surprised out of these games. No more games. Beauty is pain, so I take aim. We ain't the same. You name, I reign. Say what, say what? I reign. Let's go, I reign.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the starting lineup for your Coppin State University Lady Eagles. The middle hitter is a 5'11 sophomore from San Antonio, Texas, number 2, Haji Coleman. The middle blocker is a 6-foot graduate student from Cleveland, Ohio, number 5, Amara Williams. The outside hitter is a 5'10 sophomore from Tyler, Texas, number 7, Hope Castle. The setter is a 5'9 senior from Sofia, Bulgaria, number 9, Andrea Svetanova. The outside hitter is a 5'10 graduate student from San Antonio, Texas, number 12, Miachavan Coleman. The opposite hitter is a 6'1 graduate student from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, number 22, Yaniris Miller Green. And the libero is a 5'5 senior from Isabela, Puerto Rico, number 15, Ashley Roma. The Eagle assistant coaches are Terry Birgutz and Lori Ashton. Head coach of your Lady Eagles is Tim Walsh.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the PEC Arena for the final non-conference matchup of the regular season for the Coppin State Eagles. They play host to the two-time defending champions out of the America East Conference, the UMBC Retrievers. I am Kyle Borg, and I will have all the play-by-play for you here this evening as we get set to roll here from inside the PEC Arena. UMBC comes in at 5-5 on the season on a 2-match losing streak and 0-3 on the road. They lost their last 2 matches in 5 to VCU and got swept by North Carolina at the VCU Invitational over the weekend. Coppin State, on the other hand, is 9-6 in the middle of a 7-match win streak, including sweeping the Liberty Tournament 3-2 victory over Eastern Michigan, a 3-1 victory over the host Liberty, and a 3-0 sweep over Radford. As both lineups get set to roll, UMBC will come out in the gray jerseys with their libero in white, Coppin in the gold with their libero Ashley Roman in white as well. Starting lineups for the Retrievers. They will start a middle blocker, redshirt sophomore from Milan, Italy, at 6 feet tall, number 3, Michaela De Marzi. The freshman setter from Turkey stands at 5'10", number 4, Sejrin Madan. Outside hitter, sophomore, 6'2", from Croatia, Mila Belušić. The libero in white is number 7 from Hawaii, Asia Miller, followed by Komani Kante, number 14, number 17, Emily Furketic, and Emily Gano as well, the starters for the Retrievers. Andreas Fatanova starts and sends it away, and we're underway. Set number 1 from the PEC Arena. Errant pass, and Coleman is going to get the first kill on the violation from UMBC. 1-0 Eagles here to open up play in the first set. Fatanova back to the service line. She's joined in the starting lineup by Aji Coleman, Amara Williams, Hope Castle, Mia Javon Coleman, Ashley Roman, and Yaneris Miller-Green. Another stoppage in play here. We get everything set at the scores table. 1-0 Coppin as it stands here in set number 1. UMBC 0-3 on the road this season, while Coppin is 0-2 here inside the PEC Arena. So somebody's going to leave here with either their first home or first road victory. Just 5.9 miles separate Coppin and UMBC from each other, so a quick trip through the city of Baltimore for UMBC as they lead the all-time series here. Coppin just 4-15 all-time against these Retrievers, but they won their last matchup back in September of 2021. That is exactly a year ago today. On September the 20th, they won on the road in 4 sets, 3-1 over the Retrievers. But the Retrievers of UMBC, led by first-year head coach Casey Kreider, and looking to repeat in the America East for the 3rd straight season. Serve is over, and we're back underway. It'll be an outside attack, and it won't go down as Williams was there. Coppin out of system. They'll have to send over a free ball. Set near side. Now to Coleman on the return. She went with the tip. It didn't get down. Pancake over for Castle, and she kills it in the back row. Straight down on one shot. 2-0 Coppin. UMBC a little flat-footed on that one. Fatanova to serve again. Coppin up 2-0. Set going to be outside and killed through by Mia Belušić. 2-1 UMBC on the board. It'll be the libero Asia Miller to serve for the first time for UMBC here this evening. Ball's put in play. Fatanova going to set outside for Castle off the block. Coppin will recycle the point here. They're going to set Castle again. She'll roll one over, and it's kept alive. Now Miller sets it over, and it's sent over by Furketic. Not going to go down as Miajavon Coleman is blocked at the net. DeMarzi and Belušić combine for that block, and we're tied at 2. The junior libero back to serve for UMBC yet again. Asia Miller, natural libero, but has played outside hitter and setter for this UMBC team over the past 2 years, including being an all-tournament team member of the outside hitter position and setter of the year as a freshman, playing out of her position. Williams will send over the free ball to Miller. Tipped outside. They're going to set Castle this time. Back corner, didn't find it, just missed the line. UMBC on top for the first time here in the first set, 3-2. Three to 2 UMBC lead as Asia Miller back to serve it away. Wide of the line. Coppin gets the side out. We're tied at 3. Mia Javon Coleman will go back to serve it away for Coppin State. Already the all-time kills leader for Coppin State. She needs 232 more to take over that spot on the MEAC list. As UMBC attacks, and it's through the hands, and Svatanova was there to cover. Back row for Coleman, puts it over. Now UMBC to attack, and that's going to be an errant set from Conte, I believe. Or excuse me, that is from Madone. And it's 4-3, Coppin back on top as Coleman back to serve again. Here's the attack from UMBC, near side. Coleman's there to dig it out. Svatanova at the net, jousting for it. And she will be called for a violation, and we are tied at 4. Checking into the game for the first time will be Veronika Wajashinska for UMBC, and she will serve it away on a low line drive, and it's sent over. Williams blocked immediately at the net. That was Iliava who was there for the block. 5-4 UMBC back on top by 1. Wajashinska back again to serve for UMBC. The junior outside hitter from Poland puts it in at Coleman. Svatanova, one-handed set, gets dumped back down, and she will be whistled for a violation. And it's 6-4 UMBC's largest lead of the match by 2 here in the opening set. Service sent in play at Coleman. Svatanova gonna run it down. She'll bump set Castle on the far side, and she splits the defenders in the back row for a kill. 6-5 is the score. Big swing, and it's off of Coleman and through for a kill. And another point for UMBC here. 7-5 the score, as this will send the sophomore outside hitter from Croatia, Mia Belušić, back to serve it away for the Retrievers. She puts it in, cross court to Roman. Svatanova gonna set Amara Williams, and it won't go down for her. Set outside off of Coleman. She can't corral it. 8-5 goes the score. A 3-point lead for UMBC. Service again from Belušić. Right into the net. Coppin gets a side out. 8-6 the score. Kennedy Beatty's going to come in and check in for Hope Castle. She will go back to the service line. Has been a defensive and serving specialist for Coppin this season. 14 aces so far through the 15 matches played for Coppin State. She puts in a low line drive, and they're going to set outside off the hands. Roman's there to corral it. Near side set to Williams. Back row, did it get touched? It did, says the official up top. 8-7 goes the score. Coppin within 1. And Amara Williams gets the kill. She had a nice weekend at the Liberty Tournament and a good week overall as well. Out of system go the Retrievers, blocked at the net. Coppin had a very good blocking week a week ago, including Yanaris Miller-Green being Defensive Player of the Week for Coppin in the MEAC to go with 11 blocks against Eastern Michigan in that 5-set victory. Svatanova, quick set over the net, won't go down for Coppin. UMBC attacks, and it's long. We're tied at 8. An error for UMBC, and Coppin's on the board to tie things up at 8. They were down 4. In the midst of a 4-0 run here. Beatty serve deep into the corner. Bump set outside. Off the hands. Who was in the net? It was Miller-Green that time, they'll say. Was in the net. UMBC's side out to end the run, and it's 9-8. Retrievers on top. Ilieva back to serve for UMBC. Deep and out of play, tied at 9. Just missed the line that time. She will check out, and the libero Miller checks back into the back row for UMBC. Coppin to serve now, right to left, as Amara Williams goes back to the service line. The NC Central transfer. 16 aces to the season so far. Low line drive. Going to get back to the net. Jousted for him. Miller-Green sends it back over. UMBC to attack, and it's blocked at the net. Doesn't get down. Svatanova ended up in the net and then underneath it, trying to come back down from that block. And it's 10-9. UMBC will get the point. So an unfortunate set of events for Coppin on that one. Nice block from Svatanova and Miller-Green, but the landing for Svatanova wasn't clean. Now the setter, Madone, will serve it away. And Miller-Green, a big swing on the opposite side and a big kill for her. We're tied at 10. The MEAC Defensive Player of the Week will check out, and in to serve for her will be the backup setter, Gabby Toit, number 20, the sophomore and transfer from Coastal Bend College out of Columbus, Texas, will serve. Toit, a rocket of a serve over the net, and out of system go the Retrievers. They just get it over, and Toit digs it out. They're going to set Coleman near side. She's blocked. Svatanova got a piece. Now Toit to set it up for Aji Coleman, and she sends it over. Near side, kill try. Williams couldn't get down in time, and Komani Kante gets the kill. 11-10 UMBC back on top by 1, and Kante goes back to serve it away. Roman's there to get a piece of it, and then they'll set it up in the back row on the bump set to Williams. Out of system go the Retrievers, and the try from the far side is out of play. Another attack error for them, and we are tied at 11. Neither side attacking very well to start this match, and we are tied at 11 as Svatanova will go back to serve. Deep serve from Svatanova. Off the net and killed by DeMarzi. As Roman wasn't close enough off as it clipped the net on the way through, as Miller will go back to serve it now for UMBC. 12-11 the score in favor of the visitors. Sent in play right at Miajovan. They're going to set near side to Castle, and it doesn't fall. Dug out by UMBC. Deep to Williams. She was there to cover. Now in the middle to Aji Coleman, and her cross-court kill missed the line. 13-11, a 2-point lead for UMBC now. Miller floats it short. Coleman's there to cover. Svatanova back for Miajovan. Coleman on the give and go. Cross-court, almost got it to fall. But reacting were the Retrievers, able to get it, and then the kill try from the setter, Madun is an errant one and out of play. 13-12 goes the score. Now Mia Javon will go back to the service line. Looking to get Coppin back even here. 13-12 the score here in the opening set. Throws it up, puts it in, almost dropped it in there. Setting from her knees to feed Belusic for the kill. 14-12 goes the score. UMBC back on top. Put in place. Fatanova back set, far side for Castle, doesn't go down, and now it does off of the hands of the diving Miller. And Coppin back within one on the side out, 14-13 UMBC. Miller Green will check in to the front row as the libero Roman will go back to serve. She's got 13 aces on the season. Entering today, Roman needed 47 more digs to move up in the Coppin dig record as access is denied. Miller Green and Hope Castle are there for the block, tied at 14. So Roman 47 digs shy of holding the all-time CSU record. She has 3 here today, so she needs 44 more. That attack try, they're going to say, got touched at the net. So UMBC gets the kill. 15-14 goes the score. UMBC on top and Belusic to serve. Roman didn't get enough of it, so Tanova a long run to set up. Coleman in the back row, almost dropped it in, but Belusic was there to dig it out. Blocked again at the net, didn't get down. Bump set outside through the net, and Castle was there to keep it alive and over to the UMBC side. They send it over, Coleman's there. Coppin's attack now for Castle. She'll roll, long rally now. Outside, Roman gets it up in the air for Spatanova. Great pass from her, and Castle tools the block and out of play to tie things up at 15 here in the opening set. Now Castle is out, and Beatty checks back into the service line for Coppin. She'll also play the back row alongside Mia Javon Coleman and Ashley Roman. Set outside and touched out of play. 16-15 the score. This will be Miwa Ilieva to serve it away for UMBC. She puts it in. Svatanova sets Yanaris Miller Green as she takes a big swing and kills it for Coppin, tying things up at 16 apiece. Amara Williams back to the service line for Coppin State. Set outside for Conte. She gets the cross-court kill. 17-16 goes the score. Madun back to the service line, right at Beatty. Svatanova, near side for Coleman. Doesn't fall for her. They're going to go outside again for Conte, another cross-court kill. 18-16 goes the score. In play, Svatanova. Miller Green now, yes. She gets the kill to fall. Point for the Eagles. 1 point match now at 18-17 here in the opening set. There's a cross-court kill off the tip, and it's 19-17. Conte to serve now, up by 2. And lines judge is going to say that that was in as Roman tried to duck out of the way. So now Geraldine Palacios checks back in. And we're back underway here, 20-17 the score. They're gonna feed Palacios on the slide, won't go down. The libero Miller sets it up. Outside off of Miller's hands, 21-17 goes the score. And a timeout for Coppin State. We will take the timeout as well and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. Back inside the PEC Arena as the timeout called by Coppin State trying to halt the run. Currently, UMBC is on. 21-17 the score. Coppin down by 4. They've been down by 4 already in this opening set. Came back to tie things up at 8. They're going to feed Miajavon Coleman right out of the timeout. It doesn't go down. Errant pass jousted for at the net. And Madun is there for the kill on the stuff. 22-17 the score. Conte will now serve for UMBC. Up by 5. Her line drive serve right at Ashley Roman. In system, they're going to set up Coleman. Won't fall for her. Sliding bump set, and then the errant pass back over to the UMBC side by Ashley Roman off of Beatty, and it looks like Miajavon Coleman was in the net. 23-17 goes the score as the point goes UMBC's way anyway. Komani Conte. Out of play, Amara Williams. 24-17. In opening sets this season, Coppin is 13-2 in the first set, and when they win the first set, they are 9-4 on the year. Now at set point number 1 of 7. Coleman, did she miss the line? She did, looking for a tip. Not gonna get it either, and that's gonna end the opening set 25-17 in favor of the Bulldogs, or excuse me, of the Retrievers of UMBC. That'll take us to the end of the first set. We will step aside and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Imagine a place where learning pushes you further and strengthens you from mind to toe. The promise of tomorrow begins with your commitment today. Connect with people who open minds and open doors, taking you from here to there. We take pride in our legacy that prepares you for the rest of your life. Coppin State University.
Back inside the PEC Arena after a UMBC opening set victory, 25-17. We'll get to the second set in just about 45 seconds from now. Coppin State entered today 9-6 on the season in the middle of a 7-match winning streak, in large part led by Yanaris Miller-Green, the reigning defensive player of the week, who had 19 blocks over the weekend in 3 matches at the Liberty Tournament, and an astounding 26 in the 4 matches that Coppin played, dating all the way back to last Tuesday, and also in large part thanks to the setter Andrea Svatanova, who is the MEAC setter of the week. This is a Coppin State team picked to finish 3rd in the MEAC, right behind Del State and Howard as well. They will start MEAC play on Friday night here inside the PEC Arena against South Carolina State, and then they'll get NC Central on Sunday. Next Friday they get Morgan State at home, following Friday to start October at home against Norfolk State as well. This is game 1 of a 5-match homestand. A 2-match losing streak for them, coming in off of losses to VCU and North Carolina in their last 2 matches. This is a team that's coming off 2 straight NCAA tournament appearances over the last 2 seasons. They were swept by number 20 Pepperdine in the spring of 2021, and then last fall they went 19-12, a perfect 12-0 in the America East Conference, and then lost to number 3 Pitt 3-0 in the first round of the NCAA tournament. To start off set number 2, it'll be Mia Belusic to serve it away for UMBC. Coleman's got to help, and Williams will push it over on the free ball. They're going to go near side. Conte tooling the block. UMBC is on the board first. 1-0 Retrievers here in the second set. Belusic again to serve it away. Leading her team second on her team in kills rather, with 169 coming into today. It's Coppin again sending a free ball over. They're going to go in the middle. It got tipped. A one-handed sliding dig by Roman to keep it alive. Free ball sent over, and Williams is going to be whistled for a ball handling violation. And not happy with the call is the 5th-year head coach Tim Walsh, or excuse me, the 6th-year head coach Tim Walsh on the Coppin sideline. 2-0 goes the score. UMBC on top. Belusic again to serve it away. Finds the back corner. Coleman tried to watch it out, but right in that back corner on the near side to make it 3-0 UMBC. Long and out of play from Belusic. Coppin on the board 3-1, and now the NCAA leader in aces with 50 on the season. Andrea Svatanova back to the service line. Looking for her first ace of the match, looking for the team's first ace as well. She averaged just over 1 ace per set at the Liberty Tournament over the weekend. And a violation on UMBC will give Coppin the point as contact was made underneath the net by the Retrievers, and it's 3-2 the score now as Svatanova back deep to serve it again. Also over the weekend, averaged almost 10 assists per set as well. That one's jousted back over and punched over by Miller Green back to the UMBC side. Conte, big swing. It didn't get touched, but it falls to the ground anyway. 3-3 the score. Coppin fights back to tie it up at 3 apiece here in set number 2. Just her second season with this Coppin side, the senior setter already 4th in career assists coming into today with 1,348 on the career. That's blocked at the net. Castle and Miller Green again. Miller Green, credit her with her 3rd block as well as Hope Castle with her 3rd block. And the 5th of the match for Coppin. And it's 4-3. They're on top for the first time here in the second set. Svatanova fires a line drive over and it won't fall. Conte pushes. Svatanova covered. Bump set outside for Amara Williams into the back row. Now UMBC will have a chance to attack. Svatanova's there again. Roman again. Off the net from Williams. Kept alive. Conte being fed again right at Coleman off the hands. Svatanova able to run it down. Back corner, yes! Finding it. Amara Williams. Just her 2nd kill of the night, and it's 5-3 Coppin. Now Miajvan Coleman being called over by the official. Svatanova to serve again. Coppin in the middle of a 5-0 run right now, on top 5-3 here in the second set. Another good serve from Svatanova. Again, they're going to feed Conte. That got off the hands of Castle and Miller Green and fell onto the Coppin side of the net, 5-4. That'll halt the 5-0 run from Coppin. And that will send Ilieva back to the service line for the Retrievers of UMBC. Here's the serve. Put in play at Coleman. Svatanova again feeding Castle, and she muscles it off the block, able to tool it in the middle, and it's 6-4. Coppin back on top by a pair. Amara Williams will go back to serve. Long serve from Williams, and it's out of play. 6-5 the score. Coppin still on top by 1. Here comes the setter, Saren Madun, back to serve it away. Enter today, starting setter, 13 aces, 414 assists for her. Williams got that away. Now they're going to feed Miller Green. Had to adjust awkwardly, and there's an errant pass back for Coleman. It found the back of the line, and it got in. 7-5 the score. Coleman, just her 2nd kill of the night, to put her team on top by 2. And now Ashley Roman, the senior libero from Puerto Rico, puts it in play short off the net as it clipped the tape on the way through. That got off the hands and through as well. UMBC gets the point back. 6-7 the score, a 1-point differential now for UMBC as they will send Komani Conte back to serve it away. She's got 12 aces to her season as well, including 2 here today, so give her 14 for the season. And Castle is rejected at the net. by DeMartzi and Belusic. And we are tied at 7. Both teams, or now, excuse me, UMBC 5, or no, both teams with 6 blocks now on the evening. And we are tied at 7. Now we'll have a conversation at the scores table with the officials again before we get the serve from Kamani. Another back and forth set. Coppin going to look to try and get the reigning MEAC Player of the Year and the preseason favorite in that category rolling here. Miajavan Coleman, just 2 kills on 12 total attacks for her tonight. The last time these two teams met a season ago, Miajavan Coleman led the way for this team with 21 kills and 16 digs. Now they're going to feed Williams in the back row. It almost got down, collision, and it's sent back over, and Coppin will have a chance to attack. Here it is from Ashley Roman. Back for Miller, the other libero. Cross court for Belusic, no. Sent back over by Palacios. Belusic again, going to tip off the hands. Williams couldn't get there. Palacios got up to tip it. And that'll give UMBC back their first lead since it was 3-0. 8-7 goes the score. Here's the serve from Conte. Long and out of play. Tied up at 8. Side out Coppin. And back to serve for them will be Kennedy Beatty as she'll check in for Hope Castle. So here comes Beatty. Sent over. They're going to go cross court. It's blocked, out of play. Able to tool it on the far side was number 17, Emily Furketic, the senior from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, able to get the kill. 9-8 UMBC. The libero Asia Miller back to serve it again. Drops it in for an ace. 10-8. Goes the score as Asia Miller picks up ace number 1 here. Conversation from the officials after Coach Kreider of UMBC had a complaint about something over the course of that play. Something I believe they're talking about, a ball possibly rolling on the floor. And now Coach Kreider is going to get the explanation from the down official. And he'll let the substitution now of Gabby Toit in for Geraldine Palacios occur. And Gabby Toit will go back to serve, down by 1. It's 12-11 UMBC. They also have a 1-set advantage to go with this 1-point lead here in set number 2. Toit in play, deep into the corner. The set comes near side for Belusic, and Coleman couldn't quite corral it on the dive. 13-11 goes the score. UMBC on top. Toit checks out, and Roman checks back in as Belusic goes back to serve. Svatanova outside for Amara Williams. Gets the cross-court killer. 13-12 the score. Williams now with her 4th kill. Right behind Hope Castle for the team lead of 5. As Andrea Svatanova goes back looking for her first ace. She leads the NCAA in that category so far through the first 15 matches of the year with 50. Coppin does not have one yet here tonight. In the middle. Roman was there. Svatanova for Williams again. And we are tied at 13. Amara Williams with her 5th kill. Coppin claws their way back in to tie it up at 13 here in the second set. Off the net from Svatanova, and it got over anyway. Conte's blocked, and it's off the face of the setter, Madone. Svatanova, as it was returned over, it's to Williams who tips it. No, they're going to set up Conte again off the hands. Roman keeps it alive for a moment to Coleman, way to redirect it. And now Williams sends it over for Miller. Blocked again. That time, all alone was Hope Castle. One more time for Conte, off of Castle's hands again. Miller Green puts it back over to the UMBC side. Now they're going to go opposite and able to tool the block that time for UMBC was Miwa Ilieva, number 18, the sophomore from Bulgaria, able to get the point in the side out, 14-13. Now she will go back to serve. So Ilieva to put it back in play for UMBC. Floats it in. Svatanova back set for Miller Green. Got it to go down. 14-14 goes the score. Off of the top of the hands, right at Roman, however, and now Coppin will attack again. Outside, Coleman. No, pass, tight ball to the net, got tipped over anyway by Michaela DeMarzi. 15-14 the score, a 1-point UMBC lead. That was a tough play on a tight ball back to the net. Back goes the server, Saren Madun. Madun puts it in play at Roman, got just enough of it to get it to Castle. Bump set for Coleman, dug out by Roman on the block cover that time. Back row Williams, right at Belusic. Now they're gonna feed Conte again. Williams, now Svatanova, able to get there. She'll set up a bump set for Miajevan again, trying to feed the line. Missed it wide, 2-point lead UMBC, 16-14. in play. Madun, no, it was long. Just missed that back line. 16-15, Coppin back within one. Roman will go to serve. Toit checks out, and back in is Palacios. Roman down the line, dropping it for an ace. Ashley Roman ties things up at 16. Her 14th ace on the year. The first here for Coppin tonight, and a back and forth battle here in set number 2. This is where UMBC went on their run in the first set. Swing by Conte won't go down. Roman will have to bump set Castle near side. She's looking to go cross court. Found the line in the back corner. 17-16. Coppin back on top by 1. Roman, another floater put in. They're going to feed the middle. It got tipped and down from DeMartzi. Tied at 17 now, and back into the game for UMBC is number 17, Emily Furketic. As Komani Kante back to serve. Line drive into the net, didn't get over. Coppin back on top by 1, 18-17. Beatty will come in for Castle, and she will serve. Beatty fires it in. They're going to go opposite. Furkic gets the kill. Emily Furketic that time, tying things up at 18. Asia Miller now with the set tied and a 1-set advantage for her UMBC side. Back to the service line for the Retrievers. She'll float one in right at Roman. Got the pass away. Going opposite end for Coleman. She's blocked. Beatty was there to cover. Now they're going to go back row. Williams tooling the block from the back row. 19-18. Coppin back on top by 1. And that'll put the graduate student Mia Javon Coleman back to the service line for the Eagles. Drops it in to the back row. Now Belusic sends it over right at Mia Javon now. They're going to feed Palacios this time. Won't fall for her. Opposite and blocked at the net. Palacios and Williams combining for that, and it's a 2-point Coppin lead, 20-18. Coleman with 5 aces on the year. Back to the service line yet again with a 2-point lead for her side, looking to tie this matchup at 1 set apiece if they can win this second set. Outside, Belusic drops it in for the side out in the answer. 20-19 the score. Coppin still on top by 1. Belusic just picked up her 10th kill of the match to tie her teammate Conte for the match lead. Williams and Castle for Coppin both have 6. Here's the serve, right at Coleman. Little errant, now a bump set to keep it in play to Palacios. Cross court kill for Geraldine. She gets her 2nd kill. Coppin back on top by 2. 21-19 as Toit will check in for Palacios, and she will go back to serve. The backup setter, the sophomore from Columbus, Texas, Gabby Toit, will go back to serve. She has 9 aces on the year. Coppin with just 1 here tonight. They have 113 on the season. Give and go to Belusic is blocked, kept alive into the back row. Toit, Svatanova outside. Williams big swing, tools the block try of Madone and Ilieva, and that's going to force a timeout at 22-19 for UMBC. We will step aside and take the timeout with them and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. 22-19, the score in favor of the Eagles. They have the serve, looking to keep this rolling and tie this match up at 1 set apiece here in set number 2. Long serve from Gabby Toit to give the side out back to UMBC out of the timeout, and it's 22-20. Mia Belusic, the sophomore outside hitter with 25 aces coming into tonight on her season. Back to the service line, looking to pick one up here, get some momentum for her side. Svatanova able to run it down, and now Coleman sends it over, muscling it through the block as she just tried to swing to put it back in play, and Coppin on top by 3. Svatanova back to the service line for Coppin. The MVP of the Liberty Tournament over the weekend, back to serve. Line drive, put it in play. Conte is rejected at the net by Castle and Yoneris Miller-Green. Set point for Coppin, 24-20. They have 4 set points to play with. Svatanova to serve. Gets the ready for play on the whistle. She approaches, puts it in. Cross court, not going to fall. Conte has to push it over. Svatanova, the set, backside for Hope Castle. Oh, and it's somehow kept alive, but it won't be able to get over as it rolls off the net and off of the hands of Ilieva, and Coppin ties this one up at a set apiece, 25-20, the second set victory for Coppin State. We will take a break and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network.
¿Crees que es la mejor temporada de tu vida? Pregúntame el año que viene.
Bring it back up.
We love our new apartment,
Great kitchen, open floor plan.
but there's not much privacy.
Welcome back inside the PEC Arena. In between
What happened to
sets
your
number 2 and 3, we are
At least
tied
I
at
don't
a
next
set
time when our
apiece.
renters and car insurance
And
season.
now I'm happy to be
That saves us a
joined
ton.
by women's basketball head coach
Paprika.
Jermaine Woods, who is taking over the team in his first season in just about 47 days and 58
bundling
minutes
made
before
easy, go to
you guys get to
geico.com.
host Pittsburgh. Season coach, the schedule came out today. I guess let's start there with the schedule. It's not going to be easy for you, but a very good schedule coming out.
First of all, kudos to our volleyball team. They've done a great job this year. I want Coach Washington's staff and this young woman do a phenomenal job. But yeah, man, the schedule is challenging. We wanted it to be that way. We have some injuries though to start the season with, so we want to be fortunate. But the people that we have right now competing are playing at a high level. So I'm looking forward, and hopefully it get us ready for conference.
Absolutely, and you returned quite a few players from last year's roster. Mozzie Staples, Alexandria Hamilton, Jaya Alexander, to name a few, but you also were able to add a few pieces. So let's first talk about the core returning group for this team and how important they're going to be for this year.
Yeah, obviously we lost Aaliyah, which is you can't really replace her. She's a leader, but I will say Maz has stepped up in that role at the point guard spot. We asked Sharia Roberts, who is new from Loyola. Obviously, Najee didn't play last year. We'll have her back around conference time. But the core group is back, like you said. So Jewel has really stepped up in a role that's great for her. So we want to make sure that we get Jewel the ball, and we're going to feature her a little bit this year. So you'll be seeing Jewel get a lot more attention, a lot more shots. But you got by Hope, like you said, Lex. Jed won't be back until later on in the season, but we got Colleen Buckner returning, Courtney, and Big Sally, man. You can't forget about Big Jalinda, right? So,
Absolutely. I was just getting ready to say, it looks like you're going to have at least 3 players 6 feet or taller that you can roll out at any given time.
And that was the goal, right, to get a little taller so we can rebound with the best teams. You know, the best teams in our conference rebound the ball, and we had a problem with that last year. So we've been really focusing on, building a culture and doing things the right way and working with what we have until we get what we need, right? And so I believe in this group. I believe in the players that we have now, and I think we're going to be tough. We're going to be a tough out for sure.
Absolutely. And, Coach, a very good year for this team last season.
Yes.
Record-setting year as well for this team. Unfortunately, fell in the first round of the MEAC tournament, and I know that was tough. We kind of talked about that when we spoke after the game in March on the radio. I don't want to bring up too much about it, but
no, we can bring it up.
Just about last year, how much does not only that loss, but just the year as a whole kind of play into how this team is going to look this year?
It's crazy. I thought that would be my last game. We talked about that a little bit, and it was sad, man. We just got some unfortunate breaks at the end. We couldn't get healthy. We played through some injuries, but, hey, no excuses. Kudos to Maryland Eastern Shore. But, I mean, that set us up for success for this year, I believe. We're hungry. The young woman haven't forgot that feeling of being eliminated in the first round after a good season. So we're looking forward to getting back out there and competing every day. That's what we do. We compete when no one's looking. That's our motto.
Absolutely. And I don't think there's been any preseason polls or selections to all conference teams just yet.
Yeah.
But I would go out on a limb and kind of assume you guys are going to be picked to finish at the top. Of course, that's going to be your goal, right?
Yeah.
Finish at the top, win the MEAC, and get to the tournament. And then Jaya Alexander has to be a contender for Player of the Year.
100%. She'll be a contender. Najee will be a contender. I believe Jewel will. We have a bunch of people that can put the ball in the basket. We want to pick what we pick, but we want to finish at the top. Wherever you pick doesn't matter. It's where you finish, right? So like you just said. So hopefully, we get healthy, and I think we will be, and we compete for a championship. That's the goal. The goal is to win a championship. I won't shy away from that. I won't let that woman shy away from that. We talk about it all the time, and we want to build that championship culture.
Now, Coach, this is your first year taking over this Division I program. Has anything been different? What's been different after you took over the summer, through summer, from being the associate head coach and an assistant to now taking over a program?
Well, the difference is dealing with all the things off the court. Everything comes to you. You're responsible for not only your position group or your academic group, but all the young women and your staff, and you want to care about their parents, and you're making decisions for everyone. So that's the biggest difference. But Laura allowed me to do a lot of things as an associate head coach. So it kind of feels natural right now, but obviously we're 0-0. So everything feels good right now. We don't have any issues now. We're undefeated. That's what I like to tell the girls. So let's enjoy this. Let's just keep getting better. And we always say we get 1% better every single day.
I love that 1% better, just slowly but surely, because you want to be playing your best basketball come March.
And that's our goal. And so we've done a lot with conditioning this year. I thought that we could have been in better shape, but we had so many injuries, so really couldn't practice. So we have practice guys this year. About 5 of them, they come in every day, and they compete with us. They give us some depth so we can really go full court. And I will tell you, the energy and excitement from our team has been amazing. So I'm just so impressed with them and what they've been able to do in the time they've been here since August the 9th. I love this team. I love being around them. And they always tell me they love me. They tell me my face, so they say about my back, right? But it's been so far so good. But again, we're 0-0, right? So, but it's been good. And I think every day we haven't had a bad practice or bad workout. So it's been phenomenal. Watch film today. We got to get better in some places defensively. But we're growing every day, and that's the goal, just to get, like you said, 1% better every day.
Now, is the style of play going to be any different? Obviously, all coaches are different in some sense, but is your style going to be a 360 kind of turnaround.
Yeah, way different. Way different. Obviously, we had success, but we're going to move the ball a lot. You're going to see bodies move. You're going to see people move. You're going to see the ball move. You're going to see everybody touching the ball. So you'll see a little bit more movement and people not just standing around. So I think so far they like it. Everybody's touching it. The floor space. We're giving our inside players one-on-one opportunities. So far, so good. But we're going to push in the transition as well. Like, we're going to play 3 guards that can push the ball up floor, and whoever gets it can go, and we fill in the lane. So we want to run and get transition baskets. So it's going to be a little faster. I'm not saying we're going to be better, but it's going to be different, right? And the plan is to get better. So it will be different. You will see a different style.
Is there a game on your schedule that you kind of have circled that you're just that's the one you just are the most excited about coming in?
The first game. That's it. That's all I'm worried about right now, November 7th. That's the only game that matters right now is preparing to try to beat Pitt. That's the goal, and it's going to be one game at a time. And I know it's cliche, but I want to stick to that, and I want to preach that to the women, and that's who we want to be, just one game at a time. And win or lose, we get over it and move on to the next game, and that's the goal.
Well, I won't keep you very much longer, Coach, as we always appreciate your time. I enjoy talking to you as Coppin takes a 4-3 lead here in the third set. You've been sitting over here watching those first 2 sets. Yeah. You've watched this volleyball team a couple of times here at home already this year. What are your thoughts?
I sit and watch them practice, and Coach Walsh and his staff do such a great job of paying attention to small details, and that's why they win. There's no secret why they win. They're detail-oriented in their practice, and it shows out here on the court. They've had 2 phenomenal weekends. Just proud of the young women, the energy they bring to the university and to athletics. And again, I watched them yesterday at practice, and every time there's a mistake, he's correcting, he's coaching. And I watch championship coaches. I watch Coach Reed in baseball, so, I'm glad to be a part of Coppin State Athletics, and Coach Walsh and his program allowed me to watch, and I appreciate that as well.
Well, Coach, I'll let you go so you can enjoy the rest of this match with your team and everybody on the other end of the scores table here. But always appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. And I can tell you, I'm looking forward to November 7th as well.
I appreciate you, man. You do a phenomenal job. We're grateful to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
5-5 goes the score here in set number 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece as we will refocus our attention here to the volleyball side of things. Another thank you to the head coach of women's basketball, Jermaine Woods, for joining us here on the broadcast. Another long rally going on, a couple long rallies here to start this third set as Castle gets her hands to it, and Coppin will attack with Coleman. She is blocked at the net. I believe that was Miwa Ilieva who was the one able to get her hands on it for her team's 7th block of the match, and it's 6-5 the score now, as the server will be Saren Maydon. Maydon sends it over right at Roman. Svatanova adjusts and sends it outside to Coleman, who splits the defense for her 6th kill, and we are tied at 6. Coppin would really love to see Coleman explode here in the latter half of this match. The reigning player of the year in the MEAC. Somebody was out of rotation on that serve from Beatty, and it's going to be a point for Coppin. They retake a lead, and it's 7-6 here in the third. Both sides have picked up the attacking and have picked up the defense. 8 blocks for UMBC, 10 for Coppin. 264 hitting for UMBC, 260 hitting so far for the Eagles. Outside, blocked at the net, but kept alive by Conte. Now they're going to feed Conte again. Williams got there. Can Beatty run it down? Trying to split the bench in the scores table. Couldn't quite do it, and we are tied at 7 apiece. Conte, line drive right at Beatty. Able to corral it. They're going to bump set for Miaja Vaughn. Tried to roll it. Couldn't get it over the net. 8-7 the score. An attack error from Miaja Vaughn. Coleman will be her 5th of the match. hitting just .040 is Mia Javon Coleman. It's Conte again, but that time she dropped it in front of the diving Beatty for an ace, her third of the match. And that'll give her 15 on the season, 9-7 the score. As a team, UMBC now with 5 service aces. Roman, Svatanova, Palacios able to get it over. And Coppin gets the point again to tie things up. Or make it 9-8, excuse me. Mia Javon Coleman will go back to serve it away. Got the top of the tape and somehow got it to roll over. The rotation on the ball was just enough for a big ace from Mia Javon. 9-9 goes the score. Her first of the match, the 4th for the team, and her 6th on the season. Back set right at Coleman, able to dig it out and send it back over to the UMBC side. It was hit that hard. Roman dug that one out for Coppin. Now they're going to feed Coleman back row. No. Miller setting it up outside. Belusic on the line. It got blocked. Svatanova with a little stare down with Palacios after the big block as Belusic tried to watch it out of bounds, but somehow able to direct it on the line was Coppin, and it's 10-9. Another big block for the Eagles. Puts that in play was Coleman. They're going to back set it. Got it to fall was Emily Furketic that time. 10-10 the score now, knotted up and tied up here. So far through the first 2 sets, it's taken a late run from both teams to close out the respective wins in the first and second set, as they were pretty much tied for the majority of both of the first 2 and tied here 10-10 in the third. Svatanova outside, Palacios right into the net. She didn't get enough of it. 11-10 goes the score. Ilieva to serve. Line drive at Coleman. Svatanova was able to get a piece of the return kill from UMBC, but Amara Williams, who was coming in to try and dig it out like Svatanova wasn't going to get her hands on it, overran it off the tip. And UMBC takes a 2-point lead at 12-10. Ilieva again to serve. Roman, Svatanova outside. Williams took a huge swing but didn't get it to fall. Off the hands and out of play as Belusic tooling the block to give UMBC a 3-point lead, which will force a Coppin State timeout. We will step aside and take the timeout with them and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. (13-10) the score. UMBC with the 3-point lead and the serve here in the third set. We are tied at 1 set apiece. There's the serve. Roman will set up Williams. It's kept alive in the back row by UMBC. Now they're going to feed it near side for Belusic, and she gets the kill to put UMBC on top by 4, 14-10. Server will remain Miwa Ilieva. 4-point lead for her side. In play at Beatty. Svitanova running it down. Cross court bump set for Williams, who rolls it over. Now Furkic sends it over. And a big block by Furketic that time. 15-10 the score. 5-point lead. Ilieva over at Coleman. Got enough of it to get it over. Now they're going to feed Williams. She's blocked. 16-10. UMBC on top by 6. Again, in play at Coleman. Svitanova, back set, Palacios answers, and Coppin gets the side out. 16-11 the score. Miller Green will check in, along with Gabby Toit. And Gabby Toit will go back to serve for Coppin. In play, errant pass, and was somehow diving into the scores table to keep it alive was Madun. Great save. Now Coppin to attack, pushed by Williams. Madun the set outside. Belusic out of play. Wow, what hustle from the UMBC setter to get enough of it to save the ace. But Coppin gets the point, 16-12. Toit will serve again. Line drive. That time it's kept in play, and a much easier set that time. And blocked by Miller Green at the net. 16-13, a 3-0 Coppin run. On the back of the serving from Gabby Toit to put the pressure on. That one, a slow line drive over. Kept alive into the net, no touch. Coppin gets the point, 16-14 Eagles. Toit, into the net. Couldn't clip the tape and force it over. Off the tape and out. 17-14. UMBC back on top by 3, halting a 4-0 run from Coppin. Roman errant pass. Svitanova kept it in play. Now a free ball sent over deep by Coleman. In the middle, blocked by Williams. Kept alive for the moment by UMBC. Sent over again. Coleman dug it out. They're going to feed Williams. Tried to punch it, didn't get enough of it. Her approach wasn't quite right. Back on top go the Retrievers by 4, 18-14. In place, Svitanova. Miller Green, big swing. Kept alive. Out of play, no touch. Coppin gets the point, 18-15. UMBC thought there was a touch. Coppin said out, UMBC said touch. Coppin gets the point, 3-point lead for UMBC, 18-15. Svitanova back to the service line as Hope Castle checks back into the front with Miller Green and Amara Williams. Big serve, errant pass. Miller Green couldn't kill it as it got tipped on the way through. Tried to get the block, but Belusic is there for the kill to tool it and muscling it through Castle and Miller Green, and it's 19-15 UMBC. Coppin had it down to 2, and it's back up to 4 now for the Retrievers. In play at Williams. They're going to feed Castle outside. Got it off the net, kept alive, and down. Hope Castle with her 10th kill of the match. The team lead for the Eagles, 3rd highest for the match, and it's 19-16 now. Williams back to serve for Coppin. In play. Big slide play for Michaela DiMarzi, getting the kill. Just her 6th of the night, and it's 20-16. And now a lot of talk coming from the Coppin bench and the floor for Coppin, trying to get the side out here. Keep this thing within striking distance. Williams, Svatanova again. Gonna feed Miller Green, a rocket. And it got touched. And Coppin will get the point. The line judge couldn't see it. The down official claims touch as the up official began to point for UMBC. But Coppin ultimately will get the point on the touch. 20-17, Miller Green absolutely unloading for her 4th kill to go with 5 blocks for her. And an ace for Amara Williams. A 5th ace for Coppin on the night, and it's a 2-point lead, 20-18. Both sides, 1 timeout remaining here in the 3rd set. Roman floats it again, didn't get it to go down. In the middle, push, Svatanova. Roman bumps at Miajovan. Through and back over for UMBC. Now Conte tip out of play and long, 20-19. It's a 1-point game. Coppin was down 4 in the midst of a 3-0 run right now. 1-point lead UMBC. Roman puts it over off speed. Pushed out wide, then pushed over and through the diving Svatanova and the sliding Romans. They were able to split the defense. 2-point lead, side out UMBC. A big side out and a momentum killer for the Retrievers. 21-19 the score. The setter, Madun, will go back to serve for UMBC. Roman gets it away in the middle. Palacios, no. Pushed out wide. Conte is blocked, and it falls. Palacios and Castle. Another big block for Coppin. 21-20. Their 16th block of this match. The net presence for Coppin here this season has been an absolute killer for the teams that they have had to face. Out wide. Did it find the line? It did. 22-20. 2-point lead for UMBC. Coppin hasn't quite been able to tie this one up just yet as we approach the latter stages of this 3rd set. Tied at 1 set apiece. UMBC took the first one 25-17. Coppin took the last set 25-20. UMBC looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. Coppin looking to push the win streak to 8. Coleman, big swing, tools the block and out of play. 22-21. And after Coleman picks up her 7th kill of the night, she goes back to the service line. Looking to tie things up for Coppin. Last time she was back there, she picked up an ace. Outside, off the hands. Williams covers, straight down again off of the sliding hands of Ashley Roman, in the lead back to 2. 23-21. This is the closest a set has been after the 20-point mark, and Coppin is going to take a timeout, and so will we. We will take a quick break and be back after this on the CSU Sports Network. back inside the PEC Arena as we get ready to close down this third set, 23-21 UMBC. Winner of the set will take a 2-1 advantage here in the match. UMBC with the serve as well. It is Miwa Ilieva, number 18 in the gray for UMBC. She will do the serving. Got the ready for play signal, and we're back underway out of the timeout. Errant pass right back down. Beatty couldn't control it. And set point UMBC. 24-21, 3 set points to work with if you are the retrievers of UMBC. Svatanova for Williams, has to tip, she does. They're gonna go near side now, it got tipped. Palacios, two-handed dump, won't fall for her. Outside, Belusic kills it and ends the third set 25-21. A 2-1 advantage for the visitors of UMBC. The closest we've had at the end of the set here tonight. The first set, 25-17 UMBC, 25-20 in the second for Coppin, and now 25-21 for UMBC. We'll take another break, and we will return with the fourth and possible final set after this on the CSU Sports Network.
Finish her, finish her, finish her, finish her, finish her, finish her, finish her.
We all just got new smartphones at Cricket. Hi. Hi. Hola. Hi. Okay, bye. Bye.
Since 1837, historically black colleges and universities have been fulfilling their purpose to educate and empower. Since 2009, the Home Depot's Retool Your School Campus Improvement Grant Program has also been powered by a purpose to update, upgrade, and uplift HBCU campuses.
Arena,
today, 44
where
million
UMBC
votes, $4.1
has a
million,
2-1 advantage going in
we remain
to
inspired
the
by
fourth
people, the
set.
passions, and the power of HBCUs
In 4-set matches this
Learn
season,
more at
Coppin is
retoolyourSchool.com.
just 3-4, and if they can force a 5th set, they are 2-1 on the season, although they are just
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
And in the 4th set this year, Coppin just 3-7 in 4th sets. So they will need to pick up a big 4th set win here to force that 5th set. While also 0-2 when their opponent wins the first set, which happened here today. So Coppin gonna need a lot of help here tonight in this 4th set. Coach Walsh in his 6th season for Coppin State, and they are just 4-15 all time against UMBC. Won the last meeting a year ago down the road at UMBC, and on his career here against UMBC, Coach Walsh is 2-2 against the Retrievers. The last time these two teams met here at Coppin State was 17 years ago today on September the 20th, 2005. And a UMBC 5-set victory, 3-2 in that one. So Coppin has not hosted UMBC since 2005. But they won their last matchup a year ago. Looking for their 5th win all time against UMBC and their 8th straight victory of the season to push their win total to 10. UMBC looking to snap a 2-match losing streak, and we are underway in the 4th set with Conte putting it in play. They're going to feed Coleman and immediately rejected at the net. Ilieva and Furketic are there to combine for the 15th block of the match for UMBC. Again for Palacios. Cross-court kill. That time kept alive again. A couple of dives from the libero Miller and Maydun, and then tipped over. The reaction by Belusic. And then the big block. 2-0. And the service error from Conte gives Coppin the point, 2-1. Svetanova, the leader in the NCAA in assists, entering the match. Does not have one here tonight. She's got 50 on the year. And Ilieva gets the big kill. 3-1 UMBC. Here's the serve from Ilieva now. Right at Roman. Tight ball to the net. Svetanov able to corral it. Tipped over by Castle. So who was in the net? I think it was Coleman that time. Or no, the Eagles get the point. UMBC was in the net, rather. And it's 3-2. So now UMBC will work out some confusion, and Coach Kreider is going to send his captain, Mia Belusic, over to talk it over with the official. Coach Kreider unhappy as he voices his displeasure to the down official. And now Coleman will get to serve. The score 3-2 officially. Off the hands, and the answer from Michaela DeMarzi in the middle, 4-2. So ball does not lie if you are UMBC, getting that point right back. And now Coach Kreider again having words with the down official about something on that far side. And the server will be Vajashinska. Svetanova able to adjust, got it to Williams, it got blocked, and down. DeMarzi again, 5-2 UMBC. Three-point lead for UMBC here in the fourth and possible final set. Svetanova's there, and now Coleman will send over the free ball. Finding the back corner is Mia Belusic, 6'2". Coppin with their backs against the wall here. Fighting for their life here in this match. Castle's blocked by DiMarzi and Belusic. Timeout, Coppin, 7-2. We will take the break with them. And we will return after this on the CSU Sports Network. We're ready to resume play. 7-2, UMBC on top in the fourth set with a 2-1 lead after the timeout from Coach Walsh and the Eagles. Cross court, and there's the kill. 7-3. Popped right up to me here. I caught it. We have a replay on that one. Can I get the tape? Back underway. Coleman able to dig it out. Svetanova, cross court, bump set for Williams in the back. Putting it over on the swing. Off the hands of the block try. And Coleman able to dive and keep it alive again. Williams a strong push through the block. Won't fall this time either. Belusic, tip. 8-3 goes the score. And Belusic will be the server. Svetanova up for Castle. No touch. Her kill try long. 9-3. 6-point lead for UMBC. In the middle, Miller Green popped up. And that's 4 touches as it got hit into the net, tipped on the way to the net, and then hit up again, and then that fourth one sent it over. So a good catch from the officiating crew. 9-4 the score. And now Genesis Hernandez is going to come in to serve for Coppin State in Hope Castle as she checks out. And Hernandez puts that in play nicely. Slide play for DiMarzi is good as she tools the block, and it's another 6-point lead, 10-4. Coppin desperately needs a big run here. And it's got to start with this point as Asia Miller, the libero, will go back to serve. Svetanova, Miller Green, a huge swing, and it clipped the tape on the way through, and Miller was able to corral it. Roman got there, and so did Svetanova, and they'll send over the free ball on the swing. Cross-court tip. Hernandez got enough of it to pop it up. Cross-court line. Did it find it, Miller Green? No. Out of play, 11-4 the score. Seven-point lead for UMBC. Roman didn't get enough of it to pop it up high enough for teammates to get under it for some help. And it hits the floor for an ace, 12-4, as Asia Miller picks up ace number 2 for the night for her. The 6th team ace as well. 8-point lead. Svatanova outside. Miller Green almost got it to drop. Miller Green muscles that one home through the block. 12-5. Coppin has got to get on a run. Williams to serve at 12-5, UMBC. They also have the 2-set-to-1 advantage. They're going to go outside. Conte got tipped, and it's down. 13-5 the score. Madun in play. Svatanova back set. Miller Green tried to unload one, but read by Miller. Blocked at the net. Kept alive. Roman runs it down. Svatanova back row. Williams doesn't fall. And then a big swing and a kill for UMBC. 14-5. 9-point advantage. Roman bump setting behind for Coleman. It doesn't fall for her. And now a big block on UMBC will get to recycle the point. They will. Blocked again. 3rd time's the charm for the Retrievers. No, off the hands. Coleman muscles it through. And they're going to say she was in the net. (15-5) the score. Madun again to serve. Here's the set for Miller Green. Skied it, no touch. 16-5. Roman for Coleman. Miller able to read it and keep it alive for the Retrievers. And now Roman for Coppin. Gets it to Svatanova in the Miller. Miller Green, yes! Splitting the defense for kill number 7 to go with her 5 blocks. 16-6. Coppin down by 10. Toit will come in to serve for Coppin. They need a run. Down by 10. Right at Williams on the swing. They're going to get it rolling with Coleman, trying to flip it over, and she can't do it on the roll shot. UMBC gets the point, 17-6. Here comes for Kedek. Back into the match for the Retrievers. Roman, Svatanova, outside. Miajovan is rejected. For Kedek and Conte were there. Conte will go back to serve. The reigning American East Player of the Week. Diving dig. Again for UMBC. 18-6 is the score. They're going to feed Belusic, and she finds the line. 19-6. Well, it looks like UMBC is going to snap their two-game losing streak. Kept alive by Coppin. Palacios off the antenna, trying to keep it in play. Can't do so. 20-6 the score. Side out Coppin. They got the service error that time from Conte. 20-7. Svatanova will go serve for Coppin. Castle rolling it, got the drop shot to go. 20-8, Castle gets kill number 11. Svatanova, line drive. Huge kill for Miwa Ilieva. 21-8. And now she will go back to serve. Belusic leads the way for all attackers with 19 kills, followed by Conte with 16. And then it's Castle with 11. Coleman sends that over. Outside, Belusic, no. Jostled for at the net and out of play as Palacios couldn't quite find the line. 22-8 is the score here in the fourth, and what will be the final set here from the PEC Arena. Ilieva in play at Coleman. Svatanova outside. Hope Castle. As Belusic couldn't run it down. 22-9. Coppin gets the side out. We'll have one more chance to go on a late run here. And Miajuan Coleman will go back to serve. Got tipped on the way through. Palacios keeps it up for Coppin, who will feed Williams. Return pass is an errant one. Back to the Coppin side. Now in the middle for Palacios. She is rejected by Michaela DeMarzi, who gets her 6th block of the match and the 25th for UMBC. 23-9 the score. In play, Castle swinging, getting the kill, 23-10. 13-point lead for the Retrievers. So bring in Emily Gano, number 19, for the first time in a while. She started the game, but the freshman from Gaithersburg, Maryland, now back in. Quick tip over the net by Saren Madun, and it will be match point. 24-10 the score for the Retrievers of UMBC. Castle puts it over. Feeding Conte, dropped it in. That's the game. (25-10) in set number 4. UMBC is victorious 3-1 over the Eagles of Coppin State here inside the PEC Arena. Not the match Coppin State wanted here tonight. Their 7-match win streak will come to an end at the hands of the Retrievers, who will make the nearly 6-mile return trip home with a victory. UMBC will go to 6-5 on the season, where their next game will be next Wednesday at home against American before they kick off American East play on October the 1st. Coppin is back at home on Friday night at 6 p.m. They will kick off the Mideastern Athletic Conference play against the Bulldogs of SC State. They fall, the Eagles do, to 9-7 on the season. Again, back home at 6 p.m. right here on the CSU Sports Network against SC State on Friday night, where Coppin will look to bounce back and pick up their first conference victory. 4 more home games for the Eagles on this 5-match homestand, and the next 4 will be all conference opponents. SC State comes to town on Friday. Be sure to join us at 6 p.m. here on the CSU Sports Network. That's going to do it for us here. I am Kyle Borg saying have a great rest of your night, and we will see you on Friday.